Bam, you read the title. Do I even need to explain more? Let's get straight into it. So we did take this trade with the Discord this morning on gold. This will be uploaded a little bit later. This was one of the $200,000 accounts. That was an 8K win. We had a bunch of wins spread out across a few of our accounts. This was copied to our challenges from our fundeds, and it was just all of the sort. So we went in, we executed with the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. We're executing with the Market Masters and the regular Discord today. We had a great time. We were patient with this trade. Something I was emphasizing throughout the entire live trading call. Patience, patience, patience. Having the patience to wait for the setup. We were waiting for this 15-minute to break structure to the downside for around 2 hours. We were in the call. That's from 4:30, sorry. From 5:15 to around 7:15. So 2 hours. We were waiting for 15 minutes to break structure to the downside. And there were a lot of other points of execution where we could have entered on, but I continue to emphasize this is not where you should be entering. Let's get into it. We're going to do the recap. What, why, how, what happened during the trade, why did we execute on this trade, and how can we continue to improve on this trade. These are supposed to be little nuggets that you guys can take and maybe learn from and incorporate within your own trading. So hopefully we can do that. But anyway, with gold, let's get straight into it. We're going to stay on this chart. Let's start off with weekly, actually. With weekly, if I clear the chart, you can see we failed last week to break structure to the upside. I don't like that. Bam. Last week we failed to break weekly structure to the upside, wicking. Not too good of a sign. Why? Let's get into it. Well, you can see here, price action came up, took out daily highs. What did it do on 4 hours? Started pushing to the downside, swept daily highs and 4-hour highs. On Thursday, came in, retracing to this fair value gap, pushing price back to the downside. We were like, okay, we were bearish on Friday. Friday, we retraced into a 4-hour fair value gap where we continued to fill more buy orders, pushing to the upside on Sunday. You can see that here. Bam, price action. Broke structure to the upside, pushing to the upside, back retracing into this hourly order block. If I'm going a little fast, that means you need to catch up. So keep staying on pace. Anyway, price came back up, retraced into this hourly order block, filled more orders, taking out these highs and breaking structure to the downside. Now we can slow down for a minute, as this is where our execution comes in. Not only did we retrace into that order block, there was also an hourly fair value gap right here. So, getting into it. Price action, 5 a.m. We retraced into this hourly fair value gap, and we were looking to actually play the sell to the downside when we did. Something for confluence we were looking for was 15 minutes to break structure. I was emphasizing to the Discord, I wish I was still in call with them right now, but I'm not, that this tiny little difference of a break of structure is not what we're waiting for. When I mention break of structure, I'm waiting for a significant break of structure within price action. Something that you don't have to go in and zoom all the way in for and be like, did we break structure? Did we not? It was by 0.01 of a pip. Maybe we broke structure. No. Something that you can look at and be like, yes, we broke structure. We're good to go. For example, this 15-minute candlestick close. Here, what do? We took out this low right here. This is a significant break of structure when you open the line chart. That was what I was trying to emphasize. And so, what did we do? We sat there and we allowed ourselves to be patient. Something I realized a pattern whenever I tend to trade bank holidays the next day after New York. New York tends to open with, trying to take everyone out before making the overall move at 6:30, specifically during the day after those bank holidays. Why? Markets have been closed over the weekend. Banks are trying to do what banks do. I don't know what banks do. I just play price action. Anyway, that was the case. I mentioned that to the Discord. Here, we were looking to execute at 6:40. A 5-minute broke structure to the downside. 5-minute did not break structure to the downside. We were looking for a higher time frame confluence with this trade. Something I want to emphasize, and maybe this would be good for a short, maybe it wouldn't. But anyways, something I want to emphasize within this trade. The amount of trade patience and trade discipline you have when going in and executing within the markets is so important. And it's so vital and it's so crucial, because if you're impatient within the markets, you will not allow your setups to fully play out. You will not allow price action to fully develop. You need to go in and allow price action, allow your setups to fully showcase that, hey, we are good to enter. And once that happens, that's when you execute. Don't try to go in forcing trades thinking, okay, it broke 1 minute structure, but I execute on 5 minute, so let me enter on 1 minute. No. Follow your rules, follow your rules, follow your rules. Today was definitely a day where I was trying to emphasize to the Discord to follow your rules. We wrote down within our game plan, what were we looking for? You guys can't see, but maybe Kay can zoom in, but what we were looking for. And we were looking for a retracement back into our retracement tools video that was released yesterday. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. How I execute on my retracement tools, how I continue to improve my entries for executing on retracement tools. But anyway, that's what I was emphasizing. Having the trade patience to wait for your setups. Anyways, that's exactly what we did. We waited for 5 minutes to break structure to the downside. Once 5 minutes broke structure to the downside, we were good to go. We entered on all accounts. That's what happened during the trade. We had our stop loss not above those highs, but above around here. A lot of people within the call asked me, Lonnie, why is your stop loss there? Apart from me using a fixed SL, the reason why it was there was due to it having, bam, you can see right here, the 5 minute fair value gap retracement. I knew, okay, if price comes back up, we would at least have something to continue to keep price pushing to the downside. I always like to keep my SL above and or below, depending on what price action I'm playing, buys or sells, above or below retracement tools. I always will emphasize a validating stop loss. If your stop loss is not validating, you will have times where you get stopped out and you'll never know why. That's the issue I see within the markets so much. So many people hit me up and saying, Lonnie, I keep losing trades. And I ask them why, and I ask them to show me their journals and their trades, and they're showing me these itty bitty stop losses, and they're getting stopped out, but their bias is right, and they're like, yo, Lonnie, what am I doing wrong? And I always emphasize, you need to allow breathing room for your trade. You need to allow your stop loss to be in a validating spot to where, okay, what does this mean? If price action crosses this point, my trade idea is no longer valid. I always emphasize that. That's why, personally me, I use a fixed SL, because when entering, it forces me to have good entries, because if my entries aren't good, then that means we're most likely to get stopped out. So, anyways, we came in, executed on 5 minute, targeted these low draws liquidity, targeted 15 minute draws liquidity, bam, bam, and bam. That was hourly, I think. Hourly and 15 minute draws liquidity. TP got hit in around 10 minutes. So let's recap the trade in a single sentence. Overall daily bias, I was bearish. Failed to close bullish on Friday, pushing price back to the downside. 4 hour, I was bearish. Price came up, did validate this 4 hour fair value gap on the other charts, but continue pushing to the downside on hourly. So hourly, I continue to look at and was bearish. We were chasing to this 1 hour fair value gap. Bam, scaled down to 15 minute, waited for that break of structure, execution on that break of structure, targeted 15 minute lows for draws of liquidity and hourly. All three TPs were hit in around 10 minutes. The risk to reward of this trade was around a 1 to 2.3. You can see this was around a 0.4% drop in around 10 minutes. We caught that sniper entry to the downside. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We're doing this majority of the time, some of the time, maybe half of the time. Who knows? We're going to figure out a schedule with that. But anyways, that's all I have for the recap today. I love you guys. And something I 100% know we can improve on and could have improved on within this trade was the fact that we just got a trade copier. We were figuring it out. I did not realize the master account, the account that the trades are copied from, if you close it, all the trades close at once. I didn't know that. I had too many trade positions open. I could have just done that, and I went and I manually closed everything. So that's 100% something I could have done better. And on top of that, going in and having set that last TP. So from here on out, I'm going to go and I'm going to set my last TPs, because you could see we hit all three take profits in one single 1 minute candlestick. But apart from that, and our exit we had to manually close was around here. Doesn't matter, but anyway, that was the trade. 100% could have done that better. Looking to do that better. Still bearish on price action for the day. Price is still pushing down, but apart from that, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Money Printer Series execution. Get ready for it. It's going to be a good one. Peace. Love you. Bye.